Namaste, Satyavani Kakarala here. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Sabhaye Namaha, Namaste to all. Welcome, one and all, to Samaṣṭi the Connect, the second Upasana-SMRITI Virtual Annual Summit, forging pathways from Sanatana Dharma to human excellence and well-being. We are deeply honored to have you with us today as we embark on a journey of reflection, wisdom, and exploration. Panel discussion. Many of us are waiting, at least amongst the speakers in the summit. We wanted to bring forth a panel discussion. The topic for the panel discussion is the timeless relevance of Sanatana Dharma, bridging the past, present, and future. We have been hearing the word bridging. So we are in the middle of the bridge, the present. We have to rely on the past to know what happened, how we got to the middle. And we need to definitely foresee a little bit of the future so that we can reach our shores. So we have esteemed scholars, Dr. Sharada Purna Sonti, and we have Dr. Shri N.V. Raghuram, bringing us timeless wisdom. I would like to quickly introduce Dr. Sharada Purna Sonti. She is a Sanskrit Telugu scholar, poetess, published author, executive director, CEO of SAPNA, her foundation, SAPNA. It's a 501c3 organization, registered. Advisory Council member in University of Silicon Andhra. Advisory Council member in University of Applied Vedic Sciences. Thank you for being here, Dr. Sharada Garu. It's such an honor. And we have Shri Acharya N.V. Raghuram Garu from Bangalore. He is founder, chairman, and spiritual guide of Yoga Bharati, USA, founder, chairman of Disha Bharat. And if you notice, we have Sharda ji representing diaspora scholars, and we have Raghuram ji representing our Indian soil. So we have a great mixture, and this is going to be, a confluence, and we have a great insights that will be coming from these experienced scholars. So let's pay attention to them and try to be enriched and make a difference in our lives. Sri Vidya.
इदानीं सनातनधर्मस्य अनन्तप्रासङ्गिकताः अतीतं वर्तमानं च भविष्यं च सेतु कर्तुं डाक्टर् शारदा सोण्टि श्री एन्.वी. रघुरां च सम्भाषणं कृतवन्तः.
Let's go dive deep into the depth discussions. Let me set the panel here for better viewing. Yes. Namaste again. Raghuram ji is coming from the yogic practices, Atma, Prana, the quest, knowing in what Atma is, what Prana is, because everybody is familiar with yoga practices. So we have Acharya here. And Sharada ji is coming from Vedic practices, just to set the stage. She brings out the Shabda mantra. She's rooted in that, the Jnana. We'll dive deep in. We have 3 questions. 3 is a great number. Sharda ji will explain. I don't know, it's not off the topic, but we have 3 powerful questions here. The essence of Sanatana Dharma, relevance across time. The second addresses being a global citizen. How are we going to conduct ourselves and be a better being moving forward? And several various other experiences that we are enriched around us It could be the platform like this, and so on. And the first question is to Sharada ji on the essence, the relevance across time being an important factor. How was the essence of Sanatana Dharma evolved from the past to the present? And what role does it play in shaping our future? I can just rephrase. How was the essence of Sanatana Dharma? How has it evolved from the past to the present? And what role does it play in shaping the future? Sharda ji.
Pranams. My pranams to the revered co-panelist, Shri Raghuram Garu. Namaskaram. And my pranams to my gurus. I'm going backwards now. I must. Because even before express what I think, even before my expression, my pranams to Paramatman. Om Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Ganadhipataye Namaha. Om Aim Sri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Om Sri Mama Gurubhyo Namaha. My obeisance to all these mighty powers. May the utterance of mine and the source of my utterance be one and the same. May I ever speak the eternal truth and the worldly experiential truth at the same time. May the seers, gurus, rishis, Vedantins, and my fellow seekers shower their grace unto me ever. This is my prayer. For this, Vang me manasi pratishtita, Mano me vachi pratishtita, Ma viravirma edhi, Vedasya ma'anista, Shrutam me ma prahasi, Anenadhitena horatran, Sandadhamritam vadishyami, Satyam vadishyami, Tanmamavatu, Tadvaktaram avatu, Avatu mam, Avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti. What I have said before is in this mantra, Veda mantra. Dear Vani, we are so honored to be here. And thank you for bringing us, all of us, to the SMRITI Upasana platform, Connect stage. Thank you for bringing all the seekers to one platform. A seeker's heart always cares and craves neither for success nor for accomplishment, because seekers are Vedantins and they are Advaitis. Yoga means connection, connect, becoming one. That's why I said Vedantin, Advaitin. Unless the seeker transcends the duality, he cannot find the absolute. And here what you are doing is creating a platform where we can bring these two into one unity, in unison. And you asked me the first question, how are we doing it together? What's the Sanatana Dharma for me today? If I say Sanatana Dharma, the eternal truth, or the doctrine, or the Dharma, Sanatana, which is beyond time, space, and person. And today, I am saying that we are here in person, in place, in time. So what is happening here is that Sanatana Dharma is becoming Sanutana Dharma. So I would say how I perceive this as the Sanatana Dharma is nothing but Sanutana Dharma. Dr. Raghuram Garu, please.
Yes.
Do you get what I said? Sanatana Dharma is nothing but Sanutana Dharma, which transcends all three stages. That means Vastvatita, Kalatita, Deshatita, beyond matter, beyond time, and beyond place.
Namaste. It is a very good start for this panel discussion from you. I'm really honored to be with you on the panel. Thanks to Satyavani for providing this particular opportunity. Let me try to be as brief as possible because
Yes.
already that we are having a lot of time in various things. So therefore, I would say this what you said referred very beautifully that yoga is union, bringing together. That's a very nice thing. And today, particularly, whatever that is supposed to be yoga for which is coming from, which is the basis for the Sanatana Dharma, has now globally has been accepted. Now, this is one really starting baseline on which now we need to build the rest of the Sanatana Dharma. And it is possible because the very aspect of Sanatana Dharma survived for 10,000 years or more is because it is ability, flexible, and to be adapted to the people from time to time over a period of time and also over a period of space. So that in fact we look at the way that it is developed in India, we have varieties of languages, we have varieties of cultures, we have varieties of food habits, varieties of dress codes, and all those things. With all those variety, one thing which is common is that Sanatana Dharma. Everybody follows that Sanatana. A beautiful example for that is the recent Kumbh Mela. You see that how many crores of people it could attract, and people from far off in Himalayas, they have come on that day, Shahi Stana. That itself shows the power of Sanatana Dharma. So therefore, it is very important to see that, recognize the flexibility that Sanatana Dharma has without losing its essence behind it. Essence continued. Therefore, it is called as with the unchanging principle with the changing reality. So we have the principle intact and reality that is outside world is changing. Or in other words, we say that the changing civilization and unchanging culture that we need to bring about. And this only in our culture that it is possible. And look at the way that how many different varieties of messengers that we have at various levels. In fact, when you look at the Indian diaspora, as Vani was referring to Indian diaspora, variety of people from Indian culture, they are there at the various respectable positions in the world. That itself shows that these are, as our Modi ji says, that we have to use them as the messengers of Sanatana Dharma at whatever level it is possible. Because Sanatana Dharma offers such a huge pyramid, which are large base. In the large base, everything is included. But as we go up, people who practice this Dharma will be narrower, but fine. But actually, it goes to further deeper perception with that. The second thing is that the Sanatana Dharma is for the mankind. With all the travel that I have, almost like more than 60 countries that I visited, my visit was not for a professional reason. I used to go to the culture, sit with the people, interact with the people. And what I found out with all these things is that people are the same anywhere, everywhere in the world. And not only that, they are looking for this kind of a message that Indian philosophy can give to them. So it is necessary for us to see that how we can carry this knowledge. And because basically what is the reason that they are going towards our knowledge is this the only knowledge which transcends the material pursuit. It goes beyond that. They found out that material pursuit has limited purpose, limited application, limited variety. And then there is so much of division that takes place, that this viyoga takes place. It's not sanyoga, it's not the yoga that takes place. So therefore, that if we need to take that message, probably we need to take it to the message with this idea of as one unison message for the mankind. We need to take it. So that's what is the purpose of today. In fact, I had given at one other place also a talk which I said that ancient wisdom for the modern mankind. So that means only wisdom which can apply to the modern future mankind is supposed to be the ancient wisdom that we have. So therefore, Sanatana Dharma is something which can really reach, once we take this case, that we see that how we can adapt it to the present day situation and to the future situation. It can really work to see that the Sanatana Dharma for the past, present, and future.
That's beautiful. Thank you. But staying in that topic, now since we are talking about past, could you share key moments or insights from your journey that have deepened your understanding of this timeless wisdom? Raghuramji?
The most important aspect that I could see that is that the whatever that you might call it, whether you call it as vegetarianism, whether you call it as yoga, you call it as way of life, and you call it as the joy of life, the happiness in life and all that, these are the topics that we say. Everything is the basis from Sanatana Dharma. And I could see that the moment that I talk about it, my experience is such a way that they're thirsty about this knowledge. Like, for example, somewhere in Turkey, that there are people who are saying, one girl, she was saying that I would like to read the whole of Bhagavad Gita. Actually, she took leave from the office for a year and then translated Bhagavad Gita. That the first Bhagavad Gita came in the Turkish language. She said this knowledge should go to the people. So, and like this, similarly, that I went to Ukraine, and there we said that all right, we are going to have yoga practices. They said it is not just yoga class. You also introduce. Why don't you introduce our practices of your yajna and your homa? And these are the things they are looking for. You see, we should not underestimate their interest. They are as spiritual oriented human beings as we are. Only thing is, unfortunately, that earlier the kind of facility today that we have, we don't have that in the earlier times. So therefore, today we have that facility. We take this message forward. Like that, I can quote hundreds of examples to show that how all over the world, whether it is China, whether it is Japan, or whether it is the Turkey, Muslim countries like Iran, there are people who are looking for this kind of a message. All that what we really require is that we should try to embrace them and take the message forward, and they'll be able to be the ambassadors for us. You can see that how many people from how many countries have come to this Kumbh Mela. They're all from different countries, but then they so totally identify with this place. Nobody else, nowhere else. In fact, they were saying that some girls from the Ukraine, from Russia, they were saying that nowhere else we can feel so homely as we feel in Kumbh Mela in India. That is the kind of thing. Similarly, that my own experience, and when I went to the Poland, one family completely, they were talking in Sanskrit, conversing in Sanskrit, and the whole house is like an ashram. We sit on the floor, on the mats, and they have the books which are translated to Polish language, all our Vedas, everything that was there. That is the kind of interest people have it. There, they don't get any scholarship, they don't get any push or anything like that. The interest comes from within. So Sanatana Dharma has an interest from within the mankind. So all that what we need to do is that we just give torch light to that interest that is there within them.
Thank you. Sharada ji, your moments, insights that have strengthened more in our Dharma.
The grace of Acharya Raghuram's words tells me that the essence I understand that we are living in good times, where the science and spirituality are in unison, and the body and the mind are together transcending in present times. That's how I understand. And this platform is helping us in a way to know that Hindu mind, I don't like to use the word Hindu, but I would use the word Bharatiya mind is basically synthetic in nature. That means always it analyzes all aspects, every aspect that comes into the energy field. And it considers every one of it and in a synthetic manner in relation to one another. Never destroys the organic source, the organic base. So, the crowning essence of Sanatana Dharma is metaphysical speculation. That's how I understand. And self-actualization is the goal. So when we go in that direction, what is happening here is we have seen 400 million people gathered in Mahakumbha Mela. All castes, all religions, all creeds, all types, everybody is there. Why? Because they are seekers. Basic nature, human nature. And what they are doing is, in that process of seeking, they are going into a different realm of understanding what it was before and what it is now and what it is going to be tomorrow. And how I can say this is, during we have read Mahabharata and Vyasas and Valmiki's Mahagranthas, Mahavangmayam. And those are Laukika Saraswata Vangmayam, Laukika Samskrita Saraswata Vangmayam. That is different from Veda Vangmayam. Totally different. Because if we go into that realm, what we are seeing is we are here today, we are experiencing all this. And how would I say that today I'm experiencing? After I became the advisory council member for University of Applied Vedic Sciences, hundreds and hundreds of students have joined. Everybody wants to know what this Sanatana Dharmic doctrine is. If it is Vedic doctrine, Veda Samhita is different from Vedanga. That also we need to know the subtle differences. Veda Samhita is based on Akshara. Akshara is utterance. Shabda Brahman, it is on Shabdam. That Akshara, that Shabda, the basic unitary element of our utterance, which is exclusive to human being. We understand, we utter, we experience, and we transcend all four. When I see the students, their questions, their inquiries, their inquisitiveness, I wonder how at that day number 1 or today, we all are thinking the same way. Nothing is different. So when I answer or when I think about the answers for the questions the students are proposing, it is mind-boggling. And we have to go back to the fundamental element. And that's what I feel that we need to do. In this process, seekers hypothesize over 3 elements: knowledge, experience, and happiness. That is Jnana, Anubhuti, Ananda. 3 aspects. Anna, Ananda, Jnana. We eat, we experience, and we feel the bliss. And putting into day-to-day experience, yes, every doctrine that we know, every doctrine we seek, it will give us, it will direct us to day-to-day application. Day-to-day application with our mind and experience with our heart. And utter with our words, with our walk. Vani, I personally think that in my years of practice, years of understanding, and reaching all the gurus, and when I feel every minute I feel blessed, because it is what is that is taking us in a proactive pragati marga, progressive path. And Raghuram sir said that the yogic path, it's a yoga, togetherness, unison. Samani va akoti samani samanam. Those mantras will bring us into that, and that will take us to Yajjagrato Duram Udaiti Daivam Tadusuptasya Tadaiveti Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Ekam Jyoti
Ekam
Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. So when you say Sanatana Dharma, which is based on Akshara Brahma, Shabda Brahma, which expands, which blossoms into utterance and the mighty creation, they both become one in yogic path, and we all are here today. That is the reason we are here today.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
beautiful. Any words, quick words, Raghuramji?
I would say this is, Smriti platform is such a wonderful platform. Upasana platform. It is Upasana, actually. That's a very nice word that you have chosen. I like it. Being with that, and at the same time that growing itself and growing that organization also, where it can happen with mainly three different ideas. All these ideas that have come from the ancient time, we have to be able to put it in the easy language for the people to be able to accept it. Second thing is, the ideas that we give should be inspiring people, because they themselves inspired to come into this particular line. That's the second thing. And third is that in its application, it should have that flexibility. That means we should create variety of ideas to see that yes, you apply in the day-to-day life practices, you could do that. This is what is Achara Dharma that we need to bring about in this thing. Probably Smriti is a wonderful platform to do that. Thank you.
Sure. Now,
I would like to say a word on that, Vani.
please.
I do. Raghuram sir's words are echoing in my inner realms. Yes, platforms like Samaṣṭi is modern times Naimisham. Sutta, Vyasa, all the Maharshis, 60 Maharshis gathered to do 12 years of Satrayagam. That is what you are doing today. And it is wonderful. And the stories of Eastern esoteric or Western scientific theories, you are bringing it onto the platform for the seekers to understand. And I truly thank you, truly admire you for that.
No, it's all the guidance, and my generation has watched what you all have done above us, and definitely we have that belief and faith, strong faith that it will be we have so many youngsters in our listening to us today. Isn't that wonderful? And so we should be very, very overjoyed. And yes, we are torch bearers, and the torch will be carried. Yes, we have dusted on global spaces, both of you have brought in. But being that individual, being that citizen, a global citizen, because we are global citizens, and at the end of the day. So, a message for the future. How can ancient wisdom help us cultivate balance and harmony for the future?
Swami Vivekananda said something very nice. He said that where all the other cultures have gone into the dust, Sanatana Dharma is something which survived, because it has an inherent ability to survive. It has an inherent capacity to create that kind of a platform for the people to really go forward. Look at the way, what is that Sri Vidya found out in this so that she could come into this area? And what an extraordinary, wonderful thing to see that, the way that you have introduced, like that, all these youngsters that are there. Once it so happened, let me share one small. I was there with Mangalampalli Balamuni Krishna Garu. He's a wonderful person. And then somebody asked him that it was there in US, UK, in America. One extraordinary, wonderful performance is given. And that press reporter lady, American lady, she asked her, "You have done such a wonderful program. So how many days you practice together?" But Malavali Krishna smiled and said that, "Look, I'm meeting these people here only. The violinist here and Mridangam here. I never met them. And the platform. And only thing is that we never exchange what we are singing. And they don't know what I'm singing." And then he said, comment, "Even I didn't know what I'm singing." But then she asked the next question, which is very important. With the growing various other modalities, what do you think will happen to the Shastriya Sangeeta? He said it will survive. I have no doubt about it. Then she asked the next question, said, what makes you feel that this Shastriya Sangeet will sustain? His answer is so beautiful. He said, if it does not survive, it's not classical music. See, what a confidence it is. It has a strength in itself. And today I see that how many people have adapted that. Same way, Sanatana Dharma will grow by itself. We all have to have that confidence, and we touch the inner core of people, we'll move.
Beautiful. Sharda ji, on the same lines, how can we cultivate that, the balance, harmony, being that individual and yet impacting around you?
Today, Vani, East and West are coming close very, very fast with jet speed. Almost a hairline difference between the two. We can say that because we are living in a Kugrama, Vishwa Kugrama global village, right? Mm-hmm. And so what is happening here is our theories, our practices, everything are becoming one. There is no difference. Me living in Chicago for the past 50 years, I am so humbled to hear today Ganapatikals talk and his Rigveda, Yajurveda chanting, and Samavedin sir and Acharya, and how is this? And this young lass, this young lady, Vidya, Sri Vidya, how she's doing it. And this is amazing to see. There is no difference between East and West anymore. The science and the principle are coming together. They are living life. They are very lively today in the internet age. And you are asking me a message for them. Actually, you are also nurturing, nourishing with your activities. You have a new generation of human beings right now, human race altogether, I would say. We are no more Sanatana, we are Sanutana. We are here. You are nurturing, you are nourishing, and we are so happy and so forth. And right. the youngsters, the generations after us, please don't get submerged or indulge in certain of the practices which takes you in a different direction, which may not take you to the right goal. So for that, we all need gurus. We all need Vedins. We all need our Mata, Pitru, Guru, Jana. Please follow them. That is the basic principle Sanatana Dharma teaches. Acharyas of today's platform, everybody is mentioning about Acharya Devo Bhava, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava. Please, it is true. Don't look at these as people. They are not Vyaktis, they are Shaktis. Yeah. No more beings with a physical body, they are Shaktis. That Shakti we have to pray to, pay our obeisance to. Please pick up your path and let's all go deeper into the self-inquiry with our insights, but on the base of the Sanatana Dharma into Sanatana Dharma realm. That's what I would say. Thank you, Annie.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We also have Amog in our team here. I just found him just a couple of days, and he was in tune with all. He could understand where the whole Samaṣṭi Connect is executing. He jumped in right away, and it was so easy to explain to him. He's been helping with the tech support and such. Because he also has his training from Chinmayananda Vidyalaya back in his formative years. So it is really, really amazing to see this, and many more that are watching on YouTube. Please go ahead and share. This is being telecast. Share with your friends and family. And but anyway, staying on topic here. Well, we discussed a message, but how? What core values or practices from Sanatana Dharma can help bridge these cultural divides, if we are seeing the divide, and foster unity across generations and geographies? Feel free to take up. I mean, I don't want to call anyone particularly. Yeah, please.
Is Amog going to say anything?
Amog?
Thank you, everyone. I'm just helping in the way which I can do. And I'm a little bit nervous to speak. So thank you all.
Wonderful.
No problem.
Sharda ji.
I would say that the basic principle that we need to focus is our utterance, our word, what we say. Because the inner Vak Shakti, the exclusive ability that a human race has is the utterance, the speech, which comes in 7 layers. I will just mention the names, but I will take up another time to expand. Upamshu, Dhvana, Nimada, Upabhimata, Mandra, Madhyama, Tara. These are the 7 stages where the Uha becomes word. There are 7 stages for that. And this Uha is our exclusive ability. Every human being, without time and place, age and everything, we need to focus on that. I would say that all of us today, we do have to focus more on our speech, our communication. If we communicate our message the right way, it will go. We don't need artificial intelligence, but we need artistic intelligence. That artistic intelligence means Srijinatmakata. Acharya Raghuram Garu just said about Sangeeta Samrat Balamurali Krishna Garu words. That's what it is. What he said, every word about the Sangeeta Acharya is wonderfully so heartwarming.
Yes.
And what we need to keep is the Shastriyata, Shastrajnata, Abhijnata. That's what put us on the ground strong. Right. I feel that we need to focus on our speech first, and then comes the message along with it.
Yeah.
That takes us to a very beautiful, creative tomorrow.
Wonderful. Wonderful message, sir.
Raghuramji, your methods.
Yeah. The only very simple idea is that, which I'm these days working on these things, we have to give value to the values. Unfortunately, what's happening is that there are so many forces which are working to erode these values. So I'm working on the youngsters to see that how we can introduce values at a very early age, so that what happens is that they're the people who later on carry the message of the Sanatana Dharma. If anything that is there in Sanatana Dharma, it is wonderful values. Like our Sharada Garu was already telling about all this Satyam Vada Dharmam. Many people have said. Acharya, the instructions given to the student when he is leaving the school, Veda Manucha Acharya Devasar Manushasti. Look at the way that how beautifully that directly, without mincing the words, they have given these values. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava, Narnyanavadhyani Karmani, Thani Sevitam. I mean, it is such a wonderful thing. It is not that, somewhere between Bhrigu and Varna it happened. It can happen today. It can happen 10,000 years later. This is very important thing. Let's take these values to the people. Manasa vacha karmanaha. We will create a stream of society which is basically leading the future of these generations.
So beautiful. Thank you. And looks like we are running out of time. I wish we could speak.
Yeah.
And you keep sharing and we listening. But yes, you both being one of the primary scholars in the Upasana-SMRITI platform right from the beginning. And
we are seekers, please.
Yes.
yes. And I have known you for a long time, Sharada Garu, and thank you for the support. And but just a quick one: how is this platform helping uniquely from what is already happening there? We can conclude with that. Just a few words.
I said that this is one platform where you are bringing the most wonderful learned scholars and also a very ordinary kind of people exchanging these ideas, so that you are bridging the gap between these two things, making that high Sanskritized knowledge and all that. It's not intimidating us. It is something which is happily blended with us. That's what this platform is giving. Like, that's the attraction of this platform.
Sharada Garu.
And I truly feel that you are bringing seekers to one platform. You are teaching people this Samaṣṭi, and the speakers, the revered acharyas who are gathering here. They are telling us how to seek. And it requires kramasikshana, a discipline. It's not just physical discipline, but it is mental and intellectual discipline for Trideha Sikshana is what you are teaching, and you are bringing scholars to explain all that in a very easy language to reach everybody here.
Right.
And it is very comfortable, and we are very much at peace when we are here. And we thank you. We thank you for that.
Thank you. And thank you once again for this wonderful discussion. I'm very, very sure so many have benefited and, as you said, have felt at ease to keep seeking. And thank you so much, first of all, for guiding us, and for all the elders here and elsewhere. We will move on to the next segment of the program. Dhanyasmi. Honored.
Namaskar.
Namaste. Namaste to all the panelists who are there, all the audience who have come. My namaskars to them. They have taken interest in coming. Thank you so much.
Acharya Raghuramji pranams to you, and for all the panelists, and Vani, especially to you, and the Samaṣṭi Sabha Saraswati Namah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to one and all, we have come to the close. Thanks to all the scholars, speakers, youngsters on this platform, and for folks watching on YouTube. We really appreciate your support. Keep encouraging us to do more. And with this, we end the session. Namaste. Dhanyasmi.